When you're fresh, you're not thinking about this. You're thinking about what strategy do I go to? Who can I go to help me learn? How can I get my Lambo the quickest way possible? But you're missing something. You're missing the special sauce, and you don't realize it until it's too late sometimes. So I recommend you take a step back. You reevaluate yourself. And luckily for you, I've already gone through all this before. So today I'm going to be bringing you the top 3 psychology tips for any beginner that is starting to day trade. Before we get into the video, I just want to mention I do have a Discord and Telegram link down below. It's completely free. You can check out my market breakdowns on there. I answer questions on there, and it's just a place to build a little community and speak to like-minded people. So first and foremost, the first psychology tip for beginners is to journal how you are feeling before you take a trade and after you take a trade. And if you're wondering why, you want to understand yourself to a different level that you've never understood yourself to when you begin day trading. It is going to make you express emotions and make you feel ways and act out in ways that you may yourself have never thought that you would act out in, or you're not thinking as rationally. All right, so I'm going to give you a couple examples of what you would want to know about how you're feeling before or after those trades. So before, you want to acknowledge any fear that you had. You want to acknowledge any euphoria that you had. If you were super excited to get into the trade, it's either that, you really just thought it was going to be a banger, or you just wanted to be involved. You just wanted to feel like you were actually doing something. And you need to take that into account, because there's days where your setup's not going to show itself, but you're going to fall into the trap of the excitement of getting involved, and then you're going to be taking losses that were completely unnecessary because your trade didn't present itself. In the fear aspect, it could be, lack of confidence. Maybe you're leveraging too much, risking too much, or, you just don't really think the setup is good and you're not even sure why you're actually jumping into it. Also, you want to take into account any hesitation that you have before taking that trade. If you felt any hesitation, that can really help you out in locking down either on your strategy, on your risk management, or on your psychology. Because if the strategy already works for other individuals and it's not working for you, that might be a psychological game. If the strategy is working for you and your psychology is fine with it, but you're still not doing that well, then it's a risk management game. So this helps you to kind of get more of a narrowed down perspective. After your trade, you want to take into account, if you feel regret, if you still feel excitement. Sometimes when you don't feel excitement before, but you feel after, it's because you had a good trade. And that's okay in the beginning. You're going to want to get rid of that feeling, because what people tend to experience after winning a couple trades in a row is they get a really big ego boost and their confidence is through the roof. And when that happens, they tend to overlook certain things or overlook things in their trading plan because they think they're unstoppable, and then they get humbled real quick because the market doesn't care who you are. And I want to make note that it is extremely important to be detailed and to be honest with yourself. When you're honest with yourself, you're really going to be able to take the most value from this psychology tip. Now, psychology tip number 2 for beginning day traders. Think about the long game and do not obsess over your P&L. You see, a lot of traders, especially in the beginning, hate to see those losses happen. But the truth is, even as someone that develops consistent profitability, it's really important to focus on the long game, because you're not looking at how you did in trading that week. You want to see how you perform in your trades over, the course of a quarter, over the course of a month. That is going to be more valuable for you than obsessing, what happened last week or what's going to happen this week. So you have to really ask yourself if you have a good risk management strategy in play. You want to make sure that your risk reward is a positive ratio. If you're risking $100, you make $300, not some ratio where you risk $300 to make $100. That makes no sense. Or maybe when you're placing a trade, you're scared. And then you got to think, if you're scared, it's because, you're trading money or risking money that you can't afford to lose. If that's the case, I would just grind it out a job a little bit, pull out some side money, and only risk $100 to $500 at that point in total for your account. So for each trade you're only risking $10, $5, something manageable. Or maybe you're scared because of the amount you can lose. If you're someone that's scared about the amount you can lose, then that's going to be on a leverage issue. You probably got to drop down your lot size a bit. You're risking too much money. So drop down your lot size to somewhere that's actually appropriate for the size of your account, and then take some trades, and I'm sure you're going to feel a lot more comfortable. You won't be scared anymore. Lastly, my third psychology tip for beginning traders. This is a question to ask yourself. Are your expectations too high? Trust me, I was there in the beginning. You see a flashy lifestyle, you see all this stuff going on, and your bridge to get to that lifestyle is day trading. Now, yeah, sure, it can be that bridge, but it's not going to be an overnight thing. You're not going to be some overnight success. I'm sorry to tell you, but this is something that you got to hear and understand, that you have to walk the walk in order to get what it is you are searching for. And I'm telling you right now, the people that are really big in the Forex space, they've been doing this for 5-7 years, even more than that. Do not compare yourself. That is going to completely steal away your joy. It is also setting an unrealistic standard for yourself. And instead, what I would suggest is use these individuals as someone that can show you that, hey, this is possible. If I keep my head down long enough and keep on grinding, I can be in that position one day. I can even be past that position in one day. And that's the attitude that you want to take. Also, it's super important to recognize how fresh you are. Your first 20 hours of studying the Forex market, you're going to learn the most about it. After that, it's just going to be sharpening your sword, sharpening your blade in this skill set. But those first 20 hours you put in, you're going to learn the most about Forex than you will ever learn. So make sure that you get those 20 hours done and be proud of yourself for doing so, but also understand the journey that you're about to be taking. It's easy to get into the entrepreneurial space and completely throw away a traditional perspective. There's trade schools that take, 2 years plus. You want to become an electrician or something. You got university, that's 4 years. You got a master's program, that's going to be 5 or 6 years after you've completed those 4 of university. It's an extra 1 or 2 years. You have doctorate programs, you have doctors, you have lawyers. All these things take time. And I'm telling you right now, you got to give day trading the respect that it deserves. If you do not, you're probably going to burn out. It is extremely crucial to your success that you respect this journey, you respect yourself alongside it, you don't beat yourself up too much, and you just keep chipping at it away each and every single day. I wish I had someone when I was first starting off tell me these things, because it really changed the game for me, and I'm just glad I'm able to provide some value to you guys. If you have any suggestions or comments you want to leave, just drop them down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I really hope this helps you out, and until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.